Hello, so I am currently living in Berlin, and recently I have explored a few different places in Berlin, such as Tempelhofer Feld and the East Side Gallery and the zoo, and so I thought I would make a video of some of the different places I have been to recently. So yeah. So now you're going to see when I went to Tempelhofer Feld, which is the old airport of Berlin, and instead of getting rid of the old airport and building something there, the city decided to keep the old airport there, and it is now used as a really large park, and I think the terminal building is used for a variety of different things. But yeah, the park is massive, and when we were there were people running and people riding bikes, but it was quite empty, and I think that was mostly because we went when it was quite cold and windy, so yeah, we got a bit windswept. We're currently walking around Tempelhofer Field, although we can't find a way to get into the field because there's loads of fences everywhere. I think we are coming at the park from the wrong angle. We are at the back of the park and everything is just fenced off. I think maybe you're supposed to go in from the other way. So we're going to keep trying to find an entrance into the park. We found the park and it's a bit cold. It's like -2 degrees and a bit windy and a bit desolate out here, but we found the park. I can imagine in summer it's very nice, but it's a bit cold at the moment. And this is what we're looking at right now. And it's really windy. We've just got out of the park, and what did you think of it?
Firstly, come here in summer. Secondly, come when I was school.
Yeah, it's a bit windy and barren in winter when you're just walking, so we're a bit windswept now. But now we're going to go to the mall and have hot chocolate. So that was some footage of when I went to the East Side Gallery and saw the Berlin Wall, and it was a really great experience. I think if you're coming to Berlin, it's definitely a must-see. It's really great how, although the wall used to be a symbol of separation, it is now a symbol of art and expression. And when we were there, the sun was shining and there was music being played and there were people smiling and laughing, and it was just a really lovely vibe and environment when we were there. And there was so much cool artwork there that had real meaning behind it, and yeah, what a great place to visit. And then another thing we did was go to the Berlin Zoo, and it's quite cool because the zoo is in quite a busy area of Berlin, so it's on like a high street with lots of shops and lots of people, and then you walk into the zoo and there's just a lion and monkeys, and yeah, I got quite a cool shot of a elephant, and then there was a building where people live, I guess. Which was quite cool. I imagine those flats are quite nice because you have a view of the zoo. Some other things we saw were this really cute cat. I don't know what kind of cat it is. I'm not very good at different types of animals, but it was like a little leopard. It was very sweet. I also petted a pony, which was fun. And then to finish off, we went to the aquarium, which was quite nice. It did what it said on the tin. It was just an aquarium, lots of fish behind glass. Very nice. So yeah, those were some places I have recently explored in Berlin. And I have been living in Berlin for nearly 6 months now. It will be 6 months next week, I think. And I've been really enjoying living in Berlin. Prior to living in Berlin, I lived in Warsaw in Poland for a year, and I also lived in Bath in the UK, where I went to university. And so Berlin is definitely the biggest city I've ever lived in. Although Warsaw is also a capital city, it is quite a bit smaller than Berlin, I think. In Warsaw, you could get to most places with one tram. You wouldn't have to transfer very often, but I think in Berlin you often have to change U-Bahn to get to different places because it's just so large. And a part of me really likes that because there's always things to do. Every weekend you could do something different, and there's always exciting things happening in the city, even if you've explored all the main touristy things. Sometimes I do get a bit overwhelmed by the city because I grew up in a very small village in the UK, so living in a big city like Berlin is very different to living in a small village in the UK. But I mostly really love it. I think it's only on the days when I'm feeling a bit shy and nervous of the world that I struggle with it a bit, because sometimes I do get a bit anxious, like getting on the U-Bahn and stuff, but I'm mostly okay. It's only days when I feel anxious that it's a bit difficult. And yeah, I don't know how long I'll be living in Berlin for. I'm 25 at the moment, so sometimes I think about the future and I feel a bit uncertain and anxious about it because I don't know where life will lead. I don't know where life will lead, but I'm trying to just stay in the moment and take every day as it comes, every week as it comes. At the moment I am enjoying being in Berlin, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. And yeah, so those were some places I've recently explored in Berlin. Have you ever been to Berlin? Do you have any recommendations for where I should visit? And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.